Hello guys, and welcome to episode 30 of my Tiraspol campaign in Steel Division 2, playing on the Axis side. Before we start today, I just want to give you guys a reminder that this is still on the old patch, very old patch now, where I am still only able to attack with 3 battalions as opposed to 5 like it is now. The mechanics are quite different in this campaign to the other one I've got running, which is actually quite interesting in my opinion. But yeah, you can no longer make a new campaign with only the 3 battalions involved. You have to go with the 5 battalion method. I mean, obviously you don't have to bring in 5 battalions every time, but the AI might against you. So yeah, anyway, we're going to be attacking the 129th. They are not covered by A8, so they might actually be reinforced by aircraft. Do I have much aircraft of my own that I could bring in to make sure that's not a problem? I could maybe bring in the 5th fighter group just to back us up. I think they're probably going to have a couple units of artillery coming in as well. So yeah, we'll probably just bring in this unit, the 5th fighter group, to help us out here. So let's select that. We'll attack with the 1st Battalion of the 21st Infantry. I'm not going to use the 2nd Battalion of the 11th Infantry because I'm probably going to use them to attack another unit up here. But we'll take in, let's see, the Mountain Battalion, that'll do. So they're probably going to have this gun brigade and maybe some aircraft come and help them. So we'll bring in the 5th fighter group. Alright, let's tactical battle, and we'll jump on in. Their artillery didn't help, so looks like this is going to be a pretty simple battle. Alright, here we are on Ostrovno. We're going to outnumber them quite a lot. I could probably use some recon to find out where their artillery is and then attack with the aircraft. But I'm not going to make it too complicated. I'm just going to get groups of infanterist and we will push towards them. So let's just set that up. We'll just grab a few on each of the roads. And we'll move up and just unload and start pushing forwards from there. I might put a couple of Schneiders on the road. And we'll probably have a couple of ZBs as well. A few of them there. So that we can mow down all of the units that come towards us. Alright. On this right hand side we'll put a couple of machine guns just hanging out there. And this side's kind of pointless, so I would probably just put a few more that can zoom off to the left and unload over here. And I'll bring in more stuff as and when. Maybe a Kalarashi bring up as well. Alright, let's just launch. That's just going to give me a little bit of recon information if anything unloads early. I might bring in like another Kalarashi further to the right. We'll bring in a couple there. These are just really nice for scouting out where units are going to come in from. Alright, I'll speed things up. This shouldn't be a battle that takes too long. Gonna have to keep an eye out. They do normally just like zoom towards us. Yep, here we go. Right, we'll unload here. We'll just attack move. We'll get all of these units to attack move. There we go. Beautiful. Annihilate that Maxim. All of the infanterist. Look at him go. I might as well just unload those further up if I can. That's a couple snipers. Get these to move up as well with the Kalarashi. I could bring out a few fighters just to strafe. Got to enjoy it while it lasts. IARs get that damage in, although I say that IARs don't really do much damage. Well, when they run out of cannon ammunition, I think they do a little bit. Oh, no, not really. Alright, they got this vibes coming in on the left. We'll bring in some Infanterist over here. Infanterist over there. Kaladash can move up and unload as well there. And we've still got the rest of the units pushing forwards. I'm going to get the east to you straight for that sniper, because that sniper's going to be annoying. Whereas the rest of the stuff we can deal with quite easily. I really hope it doesn't kill my ZB, that would be sad. We got him. That's good. Right, I'm tempted to move this one back, not entirely sure if we'll do that yet. Let's bring in a leader. We'll get the commandant up here. Keep these moving forwards. It is taking me a bit longer than I would like to push up, if I'm completely honest. Get these to kill the 82mm mortar. I think I'm just going to bring in like chunks of more infantry to help us clear things up faster. Or when they've all got the rifles on target, these units are going to get decimated. Yeah, if I give them some veterancy, then this will probably go quite a lot faster. Okay. Our leaders moving up. All the Avtos are going to chunk those Infanterists in the open. Ooh, that sucks. Get them 2-star veterancy though, and we should be okay. Have those move up on the hill. Oh, that one actually died. That was a mistake. Didn't have to let that happen. Wave of Romanian infantry there. Slowly moving up. Spraying the MMGs. Looks like all of those got pinned down in the open. Be worth falling them back. Just to kind of reduce damage a little bit on them. Gonna have these bees start pushing up. Anything else I can bring that's going to be helpful? I could potentially bring in... We'll bring in that last ZB. We'll bring in the last of the Infanterist. Bring in some of these mortars. Alright, these guys are nearly out of MG ammo, and that's not necessarily a bad thing because they'll move into range where they can do like decent DPS with the ZBs. I could, however, just bring them ammo, because I think the damage will be the same, right? Actually, it's only 0.5 with the ZB, it'd be 0.8 with the rifles. We'd technically be doing more damage. Although if they had both available, then yeah. That would be something that would be quite interesting to add to the engagement rules. Setting like a range of engagement, so that units with like a machine gun always run into the 500-meter range. That might be quite cool. So when you give them like an attack move order, they only start attacking when they get to 500 meters as opposed to their max range. Could be useful in certain situations, I think. Especially when you severely outnumber the enemy and you're able to get close. Keep moving up my commander. Right, 10 minutes left. I'm going to keep a little bit of an eye on that clock because it will start to go down very fast, very quickly, once we grab the 18th flag, I think. Gonna bring in some of these mortars, get those infantry moving. So yeah, that's just half the time we've got. So we're gonna need to make a move here. We're gonna push for this. We're gonna push for this. And we're gonna push for this. And we'll have some units that just like still attack move. The rest are just going to charge forwards here. Only got 2 rounds left on their Kalaresha. We're on to 19. I think it's going to be 21 we need. All of these have been pinned. Not ideal. There's the 21. That is the total victory. Now we just got to hold on for another 1 minute. Let's have that fallback if we can. Still got to be in a habit of preserving infantry. Otherwise, when I go back to the Soviet campaign, I'm going to start losing stuff very quickly. And these are okay. I'm just going to evac or tell units to run that are very low. These ones, the rest can keep being fired on. I've got Pianelli at close range, that's good. We'll move up these Pianelli as well. Fantastic. Keep the low health squads moving back. We do have these infantry pushing in at closer ranges, so that's helping these actually recover. Might as well be briefing that 82mm mortar. Just going to keep things sped up. That's it. Lovely. 11 minutes, 56 seconds. 52 kills. That 1 infantry lost. Went well. I didn't maybe have to commit as many forces as I did. But we have plenty of aircraft left for the rest of this turn and the end turn. And that's going to destroy that unit, so that's good. Alright, what's going to happen here? Wow, that pushed that unit so far back. It's kind of what I was hoping, because if I can keep doing this, then it might push units away from being able to counterattack the 2nd Battalion of the 572nd. Because we kind of left them in a bit of a bad spot, because all of these next turn could just triple team them, and we wouldn't be able to bring in aircraft because it's AA. So this would be like really bad. But if we keep putting the pressure on and stop them from being able to have so many units engaged, that would be really good for us. So I'm just going to keep hitting these like one by one. We're probably going to attack the assault group here with this Infanterist. And we're going to bring in a Phase B unit, and I'm probably going to bring in aircraft again so that we can deal with... Actually, I think that might be covered by AA, technically. Probably not a good idea to bring aircraft. We'll have to go with units on the ground. I'm going to bring the recon group in for this one, back here. I think the recon group will be really good, because we'll be able to use the Kalashir to move up really nicely against the closer range infantry that they're going to have. These NKVD, sorry, not those, these guys. The Sturmoviki Rocks, and the normal Sturmoviki, and they've got so many flamer squads. So yeah, we're going to want to make sure that we got units that can spot them at a distance and take them out before they get close and do their damage. So let's tactical battle, and we'll jump on in. They're going to have a little bit more than us in the early game, and they've also got Katyushas, so we do have to be careful, but I think we'll be fine. Like, as long as it's going to be a little bit of a grind, but it's going to take out a lot of these units from being able to properly reinforce in the next turn. So if they were to make attacks and want to bring in artillery, it's going to be a lot less possible. So yeah, let's just do what we did before. We're going to probably just deploy so that if they come down the road, we kill them. So we'll get the ZBs into position. Just going to do 6 on each road. Give them their orders. We'll tell 2 to unload further up. We'll have 1 up here. And that'll do 1 that I haven't given an order to. Let's just do it again. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. That'll do. Alright. These ones we'll do 1 up here. Going to just spread them across here. 2. Now we're going to do Infanterist. Or we could do like Kalashir. We'll probably do Kalashir first, but we are going to want some Infanterist with us, because the Infanterist will hold the ground. So yeah, we'll have some of these anyway, because having lots of snipers like this is really nice. And these Kalashir squads are so good, but we've got to be careful of the Katyushas, so we've got to keep them spread out a bit. I can't blob like I did in the last battle, because it's not going to be helpful. Right, I think that's more or less how I'm going to leave it. I'm going to bring in some Rashiri up here. We'll push forwards from there. And that will do, I think. I guess I could put some Infanterist on the left-hand side. Just in case. Could bring in leaders as well, but we're going to be spread out, so leaders are probably a waste of time. Oh, I forgot to move those Kalashir back onto the road. Oops. Oh well. Looks like they were deployed behind the houses and now they're setting off in their convoy. It's really annoying that these Schneiders come in this armoured vehicle because it's really slow. And if it was fast, I'd be able to zoom up here and then transport snipe the crap out of them. I guess I could always use the Pak-38s, but the Pak-38s are a little bit too valuable for these infantry divisions for if I ever get stuck fighting against armour. I don't want to like waste them. I'm going to try and get the Tiraspol into positions where they can like engage at a distance. Got to be a tad careful here because these are too close together for my liking. The Strafniki with all these Stammerviki is actually such a gross combo. It really, really is. I can't put them in those trees, it's going to end badly. We're going to have to go around those. Oh, here we go. Already got the rockets coming in, already took that Kalashir down to 2 men. Oh, there's no way, I thought that was going to kill it. Gotta keep moving. Stay away from the close range engagements. Gonna get some Pionieri in here. That unit's taking a bit too much for me, like a bit too many hits. Let's just bring in the Infanterist along here. Keep the Kalashir pushing forwards. Nice thing about all these snipers is we actually kill squads quite quickly. I'm going to move any units that got low back and just keep them in reserve. They don't die. And the ZBs did get taken out though. It's ideal. Definitely need to reinforce this left hand side. It's annoying this road forces them to cross across the open here. It'd be much better if they automatically came in here and went left. This is bad for the Tiraspol because they might get engaged at close range. So I'm actually just going to come out of there and take a wide berth. Let's bring up the ZBs onto the ridge. Get the Schneider up here. All these Pionieri, they can actually push across in the close cover because they're close range infantry, so that might actually work for them. That's a bad engagement for the Kalashir though. Ooh, that's gonna chunk. Dear. It's one issue we do have though with like engaging at close ranges is that you do trade infantry regardless. Like even if a unit's made to be engaged at close range, often it's still like not gonna survive because infantry is so lethal within the 100 meter range. Kalashir on the bridge there got killed off. Unfortunately, my ZB is seriously under attack. At least we're kind of cutting down some of these units, which is good. These Infanterists, I might just unload them and give them attack move orders. It's probably faster, because I'll forget about them otherwise. Tiraspol did get hit. Yeah, we're going to have to be careful. Wide berth, please. Probably not going to capture this flag unless we like go round and then get over here. These Strafs at close range are actually doing a decent chunk of damage. Ooh. My Pionieri got surrendered. Oh, we got the grenade onto the Stammerviki though, that's good. It's really good. Yeah, nice. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to want to have a few of those Kalashir move there. We'll have the last two move up here. Good, we managed to make that Straf get pinned. Keep these Kalashir moving back up then. I'm probably just going to have a ZB down here that stops them from like capturing this flag whilst we go around and encircle them on the top side. Got to really avoid any close range engagement. We'll jump those back for the time being, allow them to recover their morale. then we can jump back and hit the Maxims. Ideally, I wouldn't move forwards these Kalash, but in this situation, like, it should be fine as long as they engage at the 1,000 meters. We're nearly on top of this Katyusha. I really don't want them to move through there. They keep taking this hunt order and using it to go through the trees. Cutting down a lot of these Stemaviki before they even get into cover, which is exactly what we need to do. These dudes are so good at close range. Just going to pile in some more Infanterish that can help with the pushes across the open, although the Kalareshi done a great job so far. These recon units of the Romanians are so strong. And I'm also thankful that I'm not being Katyusha too much, because it could be a lot worse right now. I imagine if I brought in like a mortar, we'd see something like the AI just using all of their Katyushas on that one mortar unit. So we're not going to do that. Although it might be fun to watch. Yeah, we've got to stop them moving up here, so that's what that ZB is for. I might bring in a couple of Kalashi on that side just to help cover it off. Ventilation went down, got too close. Let's move up like so, and then move to the right. We'll get the Rashure to help out with the Shtebaviki. Let's get the PNLA to continue forwards, capture that flag. We're probably going to be able to pick up the one on the left as well. Unfortunately, we lost the ZB there. Keep this one back. Oh, here goes a Katyusha. What am I going for? Unit. Do a runner. Okay, these Infanterists are arriving. That's good. He's moving up. Do not go in there, please. Thank you. ZB wanting to go into the trees. Just gotta make sure this is all still moving forwards a little bit. Ouch. Those Rashure having a bad time. Okay, he jumped out of cover. That's good for us. We'll pin him down, hopefully. Surrender the rest of them. That's good. Alright, let's continue over to the right-hand side. If we can cut off this right, then that'll be perfect. What I'm trying to do right now. Ooh. Teddery Brown went straight into my Kalarashi in their truck. It's unlucky. Lost one of my Infanterists on the left here. Do I have more Kalash? I don't think I do. So probably down to bringing in the ZBs that we have left, and then just more Infanterist. But the idea is going to be to have a unit that runs over to the right-hand side. And therefore we can grab this flag, although it looks like we might have done so anyway. And that means if we capture this flag, then we'll be at the 21, which was required for the total victory. Oh, no, man, we captured the one on the left, so yeah. Looks like that's job well done. Now we'll just see if we can catch out any of the ranged units at the back here, although they're going to be pretty much direct firing me, which isn't good at all. Like, if you're the AI in this position, what you want to do is just like make sure that you have loads of units hidden in the trees at close range. Just make it really awkward to capture anywhere that requires you to be at close range. So like these Sorciari moving through here, they bump into Sturmoviki every time. But thankfully we've managed to catch quite a lot of them out in the open, so made my life a lot easier. Only 44 seconds left. And pushing up and around them like this meant I didn't have to deal with any of these. Fast sneaky going down. Let's just have that fall back. The other two can move forwards. There's Infanterista. Run up on the hill, please. Thank you. Alright. That's it. 4 seconds. And it's game over. The total victory, we killed 70 that time, but we lost 12. Of course, we were up against some big infantry squads like these Strafniki, and they really do hurt. And the artillery was picking us off a little bit as well, in places where I wasn't paying attention. But that's okay. That was a successful battle, and hopefully we'll push more units away from this side of the river. Yep, 2 more went over. So now what we want to do is probably just push right into one of these. I'm thinking the leftmost one that I can attack. What can reinforce? And they do have 2 sets of guns that can reinforce if we do that. This artillery unit can still fire, can't it? I'm just checking to see if there's any reason why I wouldn't use that on this side. I don't think we need to save it. So we're probably going to bombard one of these. This unit, if it counterattacks us, we can use aircraft, I think. Actually, no, because of the AA. I mean, they wouldn't be able to bring in AA either, but that would be 1 versus 3 probably if they brought in any artillery as well. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, bombarding this might be the best idea, because if I attack here, that will push these 2 over the river, I think. Yeah. So, we'll do that afterwards, just in case I want to do it elsewhere. Alright, this is still going to be difficult, but I think this is the best place to attack. Actually, it might be worth just checking the health on these. This one actually doesn't have that many men left, so I think we'll be fine. I could bring in my aircraft and set them up as air superiority in case they want to bring aircraft, because that would be really bad if they did. But I don't think my aircraft will really match up. Like, obviously this is the best one we have, the first fighter group. Well, then this has 2, 2 in A. That's what you got to look at. You got to look at these stats down here on the bottom left when you're trying to work out what you want to be your fighters. Oh, that one has 4. Okay, that might be better to put up then. If we can we superiority with that? Oh, that was that the one we used? Oh, they've already been used. Okay. That's annoying. I think anything we put there is going to be worse. So we'll do this. They were used. Never mind. We could bring these up over here. And just cover off that attack. Just to make sure that they don't bring anything. And then we'll bring in all of these. Tactical battle, jump on in. Good, they brought in artillery. And the unit in phase B, actually. There's a breakthrough attack this time around. We've got the 306th Tank Destroyer. Actually, that's ours, Tank Destroyer Battalion. They've got the 580th Rifle Regiment. That's what's coming in phase B. Alright. We do have... Ooh, nice. This is a mounted battalion in phase A. That's really good. The infantry from the mounted battalion is actually really strong. Although we are missing a few units, that's for sure. Let's see. I'm probably going to go with MGs on the main roads to help against their counter push at the start. I could potentially bring in the AT. Do that as well. And then what we're going to do is we'll rush some Destinuzzi into the trees here. With some VM Pianelli. We'll do Venatore de Monte over here. VNM Pianelli here. And then we're going to want, let's see, Venatore Moto is probably our best bet. We're going through the trees here. So we'll bring in all of these Venatore Moto. And that's all of our troops. Okay, I'm going to have to cut back on this a little bit. I might not even need these here. If we just run off Destinuzzi in the close range, I can actually then just put the VM Pianelli over here, which I think is fine. I will want to put something out wide though, so we'll put out an MG here. And probably a Venatore de Monte that can move into here. Alright, let's launch the battle. Going to be hard to begin with because they're going to have just way more units than us. But as long as I get it to a point where we have a decent amount of time on the clock, then we should be fine. Let's get these Destinuzzi to move up. All these Venatore de Monte to move up as well. Get the MGs to slowly move up. Seemed like they brought in as much as I thought they would at the start. Or at least not, you know, towards us on the roads. So we have 30 minutes, which is great. I guess it's because they also have a unit that's coming in phase B, right? So they only have like double the amount of points we have in phase A, which isn't as bad as triple. Yeah, so it'll be fine. Artillery is coming in, so they did buy some artillery at the start, so that's where some of the points have gone. Let's bring in some Venatore de Monte that can kind of like push with the MGs and actually make ground. And we'll probably bring in like a few more Venatore Moto on the left. We'll keep these guys pushing, just get away from that artillery. Things up a little bit. Are they unloading snipers? I really hope they're not, because it's a pain. MG-34 still have 1,250 meter range, so I guess they're going to be able to outrange the snipers, but it's more making sure that they don't engage me before I spot them, because otherwise they'll definitely be in range when they start firing, and then my MGs will get pinned. His Destinity might have a hard time going across open ground, so we'll wait for the MG-34s to move up before we do that. I might just give these a fallback order so they take less damage. Get the Destinity into range here to kill that off. Alright, let's push these out in the open. ETRS squad, okay. We'll get these guys to jump in that building and see if there's anything next to them. Nope. And then there probably is something in these buildings, but there. Oh, there it is. These VMP-80 are actually really strong because they have a 150 meter range SMG. And the thing that people don't realize about 150mm SMGs a lot of the time is, yes, they're longer range, but it also means that they are more accurate at closer range. So at the moment, they've got 50% accuracy on the SMG, but when they close 50 meters, when, like, say your opponent is running towards you because they've only got 100 meter range SMGs, you're doing more damage because you're much more accurate. Like, that's why 150 meter SMGs are so good. They get particularly noticeable if you bump into, like, Yakari of, like, the finish. Because, yeah, they're only like 9-man squads, but they have 3 150 meter SMGs, which actually makes them really scary at close range. Whereas these VMP and IRI, they're even more scary because they've also got a HE grenade. That's kind of rough, like the... what is that about? I kind of want to bring in the mortars, but I also don't because I know that the majority of their artillery is going to do something about it. Like, it's just going to start attacking it. It's going to be really annoying. Keep this back. Although, actually, probably a bad idea to give that retreat because it's going to come back towards where the artillery was firing. I think I possibly need more stuff on the left. I'll bring in some infanterist here. I need to find a way to break through here, so we'll just bring in like a bunch of MGs and then should be able to kill that mortar quite easily. We can capture this flag on this right hand side though, that's going to be easy. And then maybe even I could go for the one further up. Attacking from this direction is actually kind of awkward for me. I feel like it's actually harder. What happened here? I think my destination to go help out with the Gavalia there. Pretty important. Yeah, this 50mm mortar is actually doing a number on me. Let's get those to fall back. Alright, we found what it was. Getting the SMGs in range there. Easy. And we lost the transport, but we got unloaded in time, so it doesn't actually matter. Trying to get these into cover. There we go. I'm going to have these just sweep through here and clear out whatever that is, because it's causing issues. Still 2 minutes till phase B. Man, these mortars, man. They are annoying. I'm going to have these push across and kill the mortar in the tree line there. Oh, just getting out of line of sight, that 152. Alright, how do I deal with these? They're so far up, they're actually annoying. Because they do direct fire us. Just gonna bring in 3 more MGs on this side. We'll have this run. These can try and like just attack me forwards. That's gonna have to go back. Okay, let's keep the push going. AT gun and a leader. That's why the pocket wasn't breaking down, because there's a leader there. Once that dies, that'll be gone. So we'll go up this way. Great. Oof. Lost an MG. Oh no, they're going to lose a Venatore de Munta. To the OP 50mm mortars, boys. Gonna get us. Does that keep switching back? I'm hoping a shot doesn't come in and kill them while they're in the transports. Let's get some more infantry for the center. We are in phase B now, so they're going to be pushing a bunch of stuff towards us. I'm just going to bring in my tanks. Oh, these MG34s. Poor Gavadia. Are we able to pin that down, please? Oh, it's so close. What will recover first? That mortar. Hitting on target, that's for sure. Okay, good. Tiraspol getting the job done there. We like to see. Have that fall back. These ones need to just get in range and finish things off and putting that away so it doesn't get like a multi-stun on us. I'm hoping those Detsunusi can get the job done. Look how scary Tiraspol at close range. That they outnumbered us 2-1 there with the Straki squad, but to be able to win that engagement. Alright, we're going to want to move these across and get on top of this flag. My infantry on this right hand side is kind of lacking. It's all down to one man. Looks like we're not going to be able to get a total victory unless I just like rush this and somehow my Tiraspol don't die to the Cavadia. And we can get into cover here and take that flag. I doubt that's going to happen, but yeah, we might just have to take the major victory. That's alright. As long as we push them back, right? That's the biggest problem, biggest thing we want to do, which will happen. Detsunusi did a great job there. We lost 5. Yeah, that's not bad. 84 kills, 5 losses. Yeah. That was including some artillery as well, so bear that in mind. Oh. Will that destroy them? Maybe? Nice. It did actually. Yeah, and we pushed them all across. Good. Alright, so we are kind of vulnerable here now. If I have anything nearby that can maybe RT, then I'll do that. I might like bombard this Guards Mortar Regiment, for example. And then we can bombard the unit on the bridge there. Yeah, this can bombard this unit. We can get rid of them next turn. Fantastic. Alright, but unfortunately guys, it has been my time. So we made really good progress here, pushing them back across the river. Next time around we'll kind of like continue with this push and maybe make the attack over here on the far right hand side. But that's it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.